Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a mini episode 4 on my great guitar build off. Continuation on the neck. Not the actual build process, just an update right now. The build, I will be continuing the build in the morning, and that video will be up tomorrow night, maybe tomorrow morning, wherever I can find a Wi-Fi signal to upload it, because I am currently out of hotspot with my phone here. So I've used up my hotspot for the month until the 15th next month. So I have to use Wi-Fi from the truck stops to upload. Unless I record directly with the phone, then I can send it that way. But I'm using my Kodak camera for this. But this is an update that I'm a little sad about, but I have to start over on the neck. And you'll probably see why here. I had this beautiful piece of flame maple that I was using for the neck, but I'm gonna use it for something else as soon as I get this little piece of fretboard off that I made, because as you can see, I just only left too much of the truss rod exposed, so that because the fretboard was actually supposed to be up level with the front and then the curve come out. But that's not the major issue. The major issue is trying to cut it down to shape. I went inside the line by accident, so this neck is ruined. I have to cut out the truss rod to use it in the new neck, because I don't have any more truss rods right now. But the new one is going to be made out of this red oak. Now I've got 3 pieces of this 1x1 square stock, 3 feet long, and 1 of these 1/4 by 1 inch 3 foot long pieces of red oak that I am going to sandwich together these 3 to make the main neck. And I have 1 more of these that I'm going to cut some pieces off to make some headstock wings. Now, that is going to be the neck. This beautiful piece of flamed maple, if you can see that in the camera. Oh, there we go. A little bit of better light. But yeah, this piece of flame maple is going to be, ooh, let me get a better look here. Nope, that's not the right angle. Oh well. Here, there we are. You see that beautiful flaming right there? This is going to be the fretboard. The new fretboard. And I will be stabilizing it like Ben did with the travel guitar, using super glue. I might use epoxy, but I'm going to stabilize it after I glue it on like he did with his. And then I've also got some extra for the next few guitars, some extra flame maple neck blanks, or fretboard blanks, and another little piece that I think I'm going to use to make a radius block for the fretboards. I'm not sure how accurate it's going to be, given the fact it came out of the same piece of wood. 1 piece, 7 feet long. And it was the only, I was surprised, it was the only piece of flamed maple available. At least within the price range. That was $15 for this one piece cut up into 4 pieces. But yeah, making a little radius block here is gonna be a good test of that small little CNC machine that I purchased to do small projects, and radius block is one of them, because that CNC machine is way too small to actually build a guitar. I thought it was gonna be bigger than that, but nope. It's just a little bitty desktop CNC machine, no bigger than a 3D printer. And I'm gonna build a bigger one. I've already got the parts set aside, ordered, just waiting for them to be delivered. And I will be making it completely out of plywood. I will be filming that. Well, not completely out of plywood. I gotta have something to control the X, Y, and Z axis. So that's gonna be the stepper motors. I got NEMA 23s ordered, along with the drivers and everything else. And it's all gonna be run off an Arduino board. A complete package, all of it together. The motors, the wiring, all of that in one package. The only thing that's not in the same package is the rails and everything to put the stuff together. But I will be using this, let me get it out. Some pieces of this Baltic birch plywood to make the CNC out of. But I have some extra plywood here that's going to be used for the drum sander, which I will be working on and picking back up after finishing the guitar. I'm going to finish that first, and I'm starting over on the Workbench. This is the top I initially made that I've already uploaded a video for. Yeah, that didn't turn out right. It came out twisted and too many gaps in between because the lumber was too wet, because I used construction grade lumber instead of regular lumber. But I did get some of this 4x4 lumber that I was initially going to use to redo the bench with. But again, it's too wet, and since it's 4x4, it's going to take a lot longer to dry than those 2x4s were. However, with my current workbench that is all wobbly, these 4x4s will put enough weight on the bottom of it to keep it from wobbling so I can work on the guitar. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a regular workbench clamp to use anymore because that workbench top broke. So I saved the clamp parts, but the wooden parts and everything broke. Yeah. When I was trying to get it out to do this last part, the last video, you'll notice didn't have the workbench top with the clamp and everything. It's because it broke when I was trying to get it out to set it up. But I do have these clamps here that I can clamp the pieces to, and then clamp these to the top of that bench to use as a bench for planing, using the hand planes on the wood instead of the jointer. But I will be using these until I get the workbench built, which is going to be a while now because guitar is going to be priority for the next few weeks. Let me put that away. Sorry. Get that in there. There we go. Yeah, and you see my microwave on the truck. That's how I eat and everything. Right now, you guys are blocking my closet with all this lumber in front of it. Oh, and I do have this extra piece of 5/4. Yeah, 5/4 live edge walnut that I am actually not going to be using because it's not long enough for what I wanted. I was initially going to use this walnut for the workbench top and just put some legs on it, but by the time I would get the live edge cut off and get it squared up, it'd be too narrow. And the end, as you can see right here, is starting to get some cracks in it. So I can cut those cracks off and use it for something else. There's plenty of wood in there that I can use to make another guitar body with. And since this is 5/4 and it's walnut, it's lighter than the Purple Heart, might use this for the for a solid body instead of a hollow body. Purple Heart's going to be a hollow body guitar, similar to an SG shape, but I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. And well, that's it for now. Like I said, I will be rebuilding the neck in the morning. Get these milled up to where I can glue them together. I mean, they're pretty close right now, but there's just a little bit of areas where they need to be touched up to get them flat so that they glue together properly to make a good, tight, seamless neck. And then after that, I will be uploading that video tonight, because by the time this little video is uploaded, it will be tomorrow, or it'll be morning. So right now it's 10:30 where I'm at, and given the upload speeds and everything of YouTube, it's going to take probably about 3 hours for this video to upload. But this is just an intermittent episode. It's still part of the GGBO build because it's an update on the progress so far. Yeah. Oh, and my file's set for fretboards and everything. So for filing the nut slots and fret slots and everything. But I do have one question for Ben. If you're watching this, you can just reply through email. I think you got my email already from all the times I sent emails in the stream. But what is the thickness of your fret slot saw? So I want to make sure the saw I have is the right thickness, not too thick, not too thin. Because I have a new one here. It's got 24 teeth per inch. This little bitty miter saw that I was going to use for it is like 0.35 millimeters in thickness. That's not the saw I was initially going to use. This one is, let me dig it out. Where is it? There. Oh, there it is. Sorry guys. But this saw I was initially going to use for the fret slot, but I think it's just a little bit too thick. So if you're watching, Ben, or whoever feels like answering, what thickness of saw blade should I have? I think this one here is like 0.58 millimeters, and the other one's a little bit is thinner than that. So anyway, leave a comment below and let me know or like I said, you can answer in comments or email. But I meant to ask that during one of the live streams, but I forgot to ask, so I ask it in this video. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. This video here is gonna be technically episode 3.5. The next episode will be episode 4. So see you in that video. Good night.